rage like real. I ain't taking L's in Madden all year.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So today's video, I want to bring you guys this gun tray open offset mini scheme in Madden 23. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So I do want to say, if you're a new sub, welcome. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I had a sub actually ask me in the comments one of my video if I can actually take a look at the tray open offset. I told him I'll take a look at it, and I found something I really like out of here, so I wanted to bring it to you guys. So if you ever want me to take a look at a formation that you like, then just let me know in the comments and I'll take a look at it. And if I think it's worth probably posting a video about particular setups that I like, then I definitely will, to give you a mini scheme on one of your favorite formations to run. Also, I do have a CFL, so if you are on PS4 current gen, and you are going to be active, okay? Because I have so many people that come through and join, and then they're in the Discord and then they just leave. You know, please only join if you're serious and you want to be active, all right? It just makes everything easier. So if you're interested in that, my website is allthingsmadden.com, and the link to that website is in the description. Now, when you go to that website, you want to go to the All Things Madden tab, and you want to go down to the CFL. Please, the free CFL, not the money one, the free one. I don't have a money league right now, only free. So sign up for that. Everything you need for that is in the description. Also, last thing, ebooks. If you want ebooks, they're on the website as well. You just need to go to ebook section. I have about 15 different ebooks on there. And if you want something else, like you want another formation that's not on there, then all you need to do is go to the personal ebook section and fill out the request form. It's literally going to ask you the playbook and the formation that you want. And then, you know, you'll submit that, and I'll upload the ebook into your account normally within about a day or two at the most. So all that's on the website. So with all that out the way, let's talk about this video. So first and foremost, I am in the Chiefs offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Chiefs offensive playbook. Now, normally I don't do this, but I actually happen to be right back in the Chiefs playbook for 2 back-to-back videos. Normally it doesn't happen. I like to kind of space out my content, but my sub asked me and I took a look at it and I really liked it. So first and foremost, like I said, Chiefs offensive playbook. If you want to use this formation, I highly recommend you go to the package, and you want to go to the 4 receiver package. So what that's going to do is going to sub out your tight end, and it's going to put your number 4 receiver on your depth chart in where the tight end's at. So notice the package is normal now, and when I go to 4 receiver tight end, it's going to put my 4th string receiver right there. So whoever is your fastest player, I like to put right here, so that's why I'm leaving with Kadarius Toney right there. And that's the only thing I would say about personnel. So this tray open offset is actually a pretty unique formation. It has inside zone, outside zone. It also has an RPO zone peak, which you know, the RPO, anytime you give it, they have, you know, pretty good blocking. Now I'm just talking about the run plays for a second. There's one more I like, and here it goes, the 5-6 trap. Really love to alternate between the inside zone, the 5-6 trap, and the RPO. Now the outside zone, I don't like it as much. It's not as good this year, but passing plays I love. Dig wide cross, shock H option. The curls dig, you can split coverages with those. Just depends on how you set it up. I pretty much love all passing plays in here. All of them are usable except for the level switch. It's not as usable as I would like it. Now the slot drive can bomb different coverages such as cover 2. You can actually bomb cover 4 drop. But again, if you want an ebook on that, then that's where I will go over all that stuff. This is not what today's video is about. Today's video is about showing you guys a passing concept that's really good on here. So what we're going to do is take a look at dig wide cross, because I think this play, you really want to base your offense around this play. Now, when you come out and tray open offset, you're going to run into a couple different defenses. So you're going to run into some dollar, you're going to run into some 3-3-5 normal, 3-3-5 wide, or 3-3 cub, and some nickel over. You're not going to see any heavy style 3-4, 4-3s. So that's why I'm not touching that. So since dollar is still extremely popular, I'm still going to base out of dollar. And again, this is just to show you what you realistically will see when you load up, okay? That's why I choose these defenses pretty much every time. And for those of you guys that are new, I choose the Packers because they have the best DBs and regs as far as speed and skill wise. So, you know, Rasul Douglas, Stokes, Darnell Savage, Adrian Amos, and then of course, you know, G. Alexander, and then Nixon, who has like 95 speed. So that's why I use them. And also I put safeties in at the linebacker positions just to give more of an online feel to it. And we are in all Madden practice mode, okay? Now that all that's out the way, what I have to do here is I have to baseline the defense, and let me show you why first. But for the first setup, what I like to do is take square, put them on a streak, and depending on where the user sets up, depends on my setup. So I want to give you 2 setups that I like. So for the first one, if the user is on this side of the field, so if he's playing this hook zone right here, then I actually do like to use this setup. And anyways, I'm gonna show you why I always back this corner off and when I baseline. So watch him right here. So this pretty much only happens in practice. You'll notice how they get like a little press animation, and it's gonna kind of mess up how we do things. But that's fine, because I just need to talk to you for a second about the user, right? So just know that that doesn't happen online. And if that happens to happen to you online, which it won't, just because people don't, this really doesn't happen online. This is really a practice mode only thing. But if somebody did this, just put your fastest player there and just, throw it up. But anyways, what I want to get at is why I like this play. So with this particular setup, any hook zone defense, so any hook zone, hook curl defender, I'm sorry, any hook curl defender right here, what he's going to do is with this setup, he's going to carry this route right here. He's going to man match it. So that's again, he cover 3 or cover 4 drop. Those are the only hook zones that you can get. Everything else is vertical hooks, so in 3 reps. So anyways, what's going to happen is he's going to man match him, right? So I told you I like this setup when they're usering on this person. So when they're on this side of the formation in cover 3, right? So you might be wondering why. And the reason why is because we have a 1-2 read. So we have a read between this guy right here and this guy hot, if that makes sense. So it's one of those plays that I like to see what they're in, and this is good for zone drop, okay? Because in zone drop, he does not do this, right? So I should have backtracked and said versus zone drop, then I like to call this setup because he's going to actually float more out here. He's going to float more out there versus zone drop. So you're going to have an easy 1-2 read. If they're not zone drop, I don't like it, okay? So that's one setup I like. Now, the next setup, which I would suggest you to base it out of, is take a square, putting them on a streak, take an R1, putting them on a slant, and we're going to motion this slant across. Now, what's going to happen now is that we're changing the way this hook zone is going to play. So X is no longer going to get man matched. He's actually going to get wide open, and we're going to get a nice little swerve, little catch right there. So when you send that player in motion on a slant, what it does is it cancels his match responsibility. So now instead of matching the crosser, he actually is going to come down and help out the slant, and he pretty much gets glitched out to where he's going to just sit and stay right here in this spot. So I love this setup for 2 reasons. For one, if he's going to use this guy right here, he has to drive this slant. If he does not drive on the slant, we can throw this ball right now. And this is open because of this crosser route. This crosser route is going to push back any of those hook zones as long as they aren't zone drop, and we'll be able to throw this ball every single time. Now, what's going to happen here is that you're going to make a 1-2 read between the user right here and this user. So it just depends on what you see. So you can hit this slant, or you can wait and you can have this open right here. And also, if they don't zone drop, you can throw this slant right here on the sideline. So enough talking. I want to just show you everything at this point. So one thing about me is, you guys know, I like to break everything down because I want you to fully understand, why you're calling this setup, what you're looking for, worst case scenario, so that way you can understand, how to actually, have success. So right here, what I wanted to show you as I kind of get a throw out a sack is that you can throw that ball on the sideline. Okay, I don't want to go over it again because you've seen it, but you can throw that ball on the sideline. So I'm a baseline to get that player back. And right here, all I'm doing is just showing you can throw the slant to R1. You can tell you can throw that slant, and then you can just get upfield. So it's a lot of quick reads you can make, or you can actually just dump it down, or you can get a chunk play with this route right here. So next thing I want to show you is cover 4 drop, and the reason why is because some of you guys might think that you can't run. You might not think that they for real play the same way versus cover 3 and cover 4 drop. They literally play the exact same. It's the exact same reads. Look at R1, look at circle, and then of course I'm just gonna throw R1 late. But if I wanted to wait on X, all I had to do was wait. And the reason that X is gonna get open again is simply just because of this slant is gonna hold. It's gonna glitch out this player right here, and that's why nobody goes for him. And as you can tell, if we would have just held the ball longer, you can kind of tell what's happening. We'd have an easy dot right there. And of course, if the user is on this side, he has to decide between these 2 routes right here. And that's why I love this play, because no matter what, we're giving the user a lot of options, which is good for us. It's bad for the user if they feel like they have to cover a lot, So what we're going to do now is take a look at cover 2. So now we can look at those vertical hooks and everything. I'm a baseline already because we're going to run the same setup. where we take square on a streak, R1 on a slant, and then motion them across. And I'll show you the first setup, how it fares versus cover 2 here in a second. But really love this setup too. Look at R1 quick, and then watch X as he's going to get open. And also, if you notice, we're actually going to have circle again. So the reason I love these setups that I give y'all and I take so long on just one setup is because these setups that I give you can run versus any coverage. Okay, that's why I take so long break it down just one setup, because I need you to understand how it looks versus different coverages, because they work versus different coverages. So again, it's always the same read patterns, right? So we always can hit our slant quick if the user's not there. We can wait and then make a read between these two routes right here and just look at what the user doesn't cover, and we have a wide open dot no matter what the user does. And if they happen to zone drop, then look what we have right here. We have a running back that we can easily throw, because if they zone drop, think about this, he's not going to fly up, he's going to keep sinking back, and what does that leave wide open? It leaves our running back wide open, and it's a one-on-one tackle if they make it. So you see why I really love this setup. But what I wanted to do is show you the second setup that I gave you on a baseline, just to keep everything consistent. Take square, put them on a streak, and then really you don't have to re-hitch R1. I just like to do it out of habit. But anyway, what you can tell is R1's open right now. We can throw it, and if you wanted to wait, I probably would have had to throw it a little earlier, but it all depends on where the user is, because normally your user is going to be on one of the two vertical hooks, meaning that he's going to be either on this vertical hook or he's going to be on this vertical hook. Most users do not use it a mid read, and if they do, there's cover 2 beaters out of this playbook that's going to cause the user too much stress. But anyways, what I wanted to tell you is you can throw this all night, and the reason this gets open again is because this route is going to push back all the zones, and this in route as well is going to force this vertical hook to have to get back. It forces it to. So you can throw this all night versus cover 2. You know, you can have that, and of course you can tell we're going to make the user have to choose between these two routes. So if he's on this vertical hook, he's going to have to run with him. And if he does that, then basically you could just take this every single time, because if he's on this vertical hook, you can throw that every single time. So you always have something open. You just need to make a read. Now, man coverage, I would be dumb if I didn't include man coverage, because realistically you're going to see a lot of this still. It's a shame, you know, we're this far in the year and you still see man coverage a lot. But it's pretty much going to be the same thing. So with man coverage, you have to use this setup right here. You have to, okay? So on man coverage, you want to read between R1 and circle. Normally the user's going to worry about X normally, but if they don't, then he can run away from him. So notice how he's going to get separation. So man coverage, it's the same exact reads, the same ones, man. I wouldn't lie to you, the same ones. So again, we can have the slant, but normally your user's going to be here. Normally the user's going to ride this slant, and then they're going to come back and bait this in route. That's normally how most users do. And what you're going to do is, that's why you want to put your fastest player here, because this is pretty much a speed-based route. So as long as he's faster than that corner, a lot of times you will get the advantage. So that's why, you know, that's why that matters. And if they don't put purples, of course, you could wait and just hit this slant on the sideline. So as you can tell, man, a lot of options, man, a lot of options. So that's pretty much everything I like out of this. Yeah, do I want to show y'all anything else? Do I? Nah, that's gonna be all. That's gonna be all. Cause I plan on making an ebook with this. So if you're interested in that, you like this offense, you want to see more, then just definitely go to my website, All Things Madden, and request this formation. Cause I probably won't do it until somebody requests it, and then once I do it, it'll be on my website, you know, until I update it or something like that. So if you like what you see, just go ahead and, you know, cop that. But you know, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.